Today we're going to learn about the American civilization, specifically the Mayan, Aztecs, and the Inca. After today's lesson, you should be able to compare and contrast the religion, ideology, science, and arts of the Mayan, Aztec, and Incan empires. So we'll start with the Maya. Civilization peaked about 300 to 900 in the Common Era. The Mayan Empire was located in the Central American rainforest. I want to take this time to point out that when we say the Americas, we are not talking about the United States of America. We are talking about North America, Central America, and South America. Major cities included Tikal and Chichen Itza. Independent city-states were run by kings. We know about the Maya from their script. So they used logograms, which are pictures sort of like hieroglyphs or Chinese characters that represent syllables. So we were able to read to learn about their civilization. This is Chichen Itza. El Castillo is Spanish for the castle. It's also known as the Temple of Kukulkan at Chichen Itza. It's a large pre-Columbian city, but it was built by the Maya in Yucatan State, Mexico. So this is another picture of Chichen Itza. As you can see, El Castillo is in the middle. Chichen Itza was one of the largest Mayan cities, and it had the most diverse population in the Mayan world. They had many city-states and a complex trade network. So this is the temple of the warriors in a group of 1,000 columns. The Maya were polytheistic, which means that they worshipped many gods. They believed in the afterlife. They built temples, pyramids for sacrifices, and bloodletting. Bloodletting is when you cut someone and let them bleed out. It's believed to let bad energy or bad spirits or sickness leave the body. Their economy was based on agriculture and trade. Blood was seen as a source of nourishment for the Maya deities. Deities are gods. And the sacrifice of a living creature was a powerful offering. By extension, the sacrifice of a human life was the ultimate offering of blood to the gods. And the most important Maya rituals culminated in human sacrifice. So they did believe in human sacrifice. They believed that to sacrifice human blood pleased the gods. Generally, only high-status prisoners of war were sacrificed, with lower-status captives being used for labor. The Mayan were excellent astronomers. They had priests that charted movements of the planets, the moon, and the sun. They created accurate calendars, which is really advanced for this time. They developed numbers and glyphic writing, and they developed the most accurate pre-telescope astronomy in the world. They followed the movements of Jupiter, Mars, and Mercury, and also measured the 584-day Venus cycle with an error of just 2 hours, which is, again, really advanced for this time. They had 3 main calendars. The long count is the count of days. The Zolkin is a 260-day calendar, and the Hab is a 365-day year made up of a day zero, and it lasted from 19 and 18 months with 5 unlucky days at the end of the year. This is a Mayan observatory. An observatory is a place you go to observe the sky. Solar and lunar eclipses were considered to be especially dangerous events that could bring catastrophe upon the world. In the Dresden Codex, a solar eclipse is represented by a serpent devouring the day in a hieroglyphic. So this is a picture of a Mayan calendar. When the Zolkin and the Hab were both given, the date is called a calendar round. The same calendar round repeats every 18,980 days, which is approximately 52 years. The calendar round on the mythical starting date of this creation was 4 8 Kumku. When this date occurs again, it's called a calendar round completion. Again, this is another picture of a calendar. This Maya glyph represents the month of the turtle. All right, Pakatok. Pakatok is a game that the Mayans play. It's a ball game. The object was to get a hard rubber ball through a hoop without using your hands or feet. The losing team was possibly sacrificed, and it was played from 1400 BC. It was similar to racquetball. In Aztec language, it was called Ulamalitzli. In classical Maya, it was known as pits. In modern Spanish, it's called Juego de Pelota Maya, or Mayan ball game. A newer, more modern version of the game, Ulama, is still played in a few places by the indigenous population in this area. The demise of the Maya. So how did the Mayan fall? No one really knows what happened to them, how their civilization ended. One prediction is that maybe they were invaded and that led to their extinction. Another one is that there was possible soil exhaustion and drought, which led to famine. Famine is like when crops don't grow and the people don't have anything to eat. Another one is that in the 9th century, there was a widespread political collapse in the central Maya region. There is belief that this resulted in internecine warfare. and the abandonment of the city. So they were believed to be fighting, and maybe people just left. Also, people didn't just leave, a lot of them moved north. So a lot of the Mayan population may have just left and moved north.